everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. I'm doing a gift request today. Some of you might be able to guess who requested this song, who made a gift to the channel. Montauk Ed. Ed, shout out to you. Thank you for this. He had originally requested that I do Kenny Rogers' song, Buy Me a Rose, and I did it, reacted, the whole thing. It was blocked. And Kenny, for some reason, a number of his songs are blocked worldwide. I don't get it. And his wasn't even worldwide, but it was blocked in the United States, Canada, and like 98% of the viewable world. But in any case, Don Williams' song, The Answer. I don't think I know this song. And I know a fair amount of Don's stuff, but I just don't think I know this one. Maybe I'll recognize it when I hear it. But Ed, shout out to you, my friend. I'm even wearing a shirt sort of in honor of Montauk because I've been out there in summer times, in years past. I used to go out there, and it's so beautiful. This kind of reminds me of the sky. Yeah, I don't recognize that.
For the life of me, no, I can't recall my father giving mighty words of wisdom. But the more I live, I see the greatest gift of all was how I always knew for sure he was listening to a million questions. I felt like a fool to ask. And when I'd ask him for an answer, he'd just laugh and say, the more I learn how little that I know.
Yeah.
But I'm close to understanding just how far I have to go. We give our hearts, we take our chances, know the fool ain't the one with all the questions to tell the truth.
Yup.
It's someone who believes they have the answer.
You were right, Ed. You were right. You heard me say this a couple times in different ways, and you picked up on it. That's brilliant. I've been saying, I'm comfortable with questions in life. I used to feel I had to have the answers. There are certain segments of the population that thinks they have the answers, whether in political discourse, religious discourse, or whatever. And they just, or you just come across somebody in whatever sphere or realm or field of life that says, I've got the answer. I know the answer. And they just shut you out. They shut discourse out. You can't get to know somebody unless you talk and listen, right? And as my ex-wife pointed out once, and this was very funny, but very true, I prefaced a comment once by saying, look, I could be wrong about this. And before I even started to speak, she said, that's true anytime you speak, right? Now, I don't know if there's a correlation between that and the reason she left, but all that said, I'm comfortable. I don't like being wrong, but it helps to listen. It helps a person's orientation to listening when they know there's something maybe more right or more interesting that another person has to say. All right, I'm loving this. Ed, you called it.
In the years since then, when my children come pouring out their hearts, this old world has broken. I do the listening. I've seen what good is done when less, not more, is spoken. And when they press me hard to tell them what the answer is, I remember well and simply offer this and say, the more I learn, the more I learn how little that I know, but I'm close to understanding just how far I have to go. We give our hearts, we take our chances, and know the fool ain't the one with all the questions to tell the truth. It's someone who believes they have the answers, and say the more I learn how little that I know, but I'm close to understanding just how far I have to go. We give our hearts, we take our chances, and know the fool ain't the one with all the questions to tell the truth. It's someone who believes they have the answer.
Yeah. You know, at least in America or in the UK, France, Australia, you know, Japan, wherever, like first world countries, if you want to call it that, where the educational system is much more entrenched. We're not taught necessarily how to think as much as we are to get the right answer. It's set up for us, our minds, our psyches, to be oriented toward looking for answers. But we're far less comfortable with questions. Like the more you learn how to think, which you kind of do over time, you don't necessarily think well, but one of the bits of understanding you can glean from living is that you could be wrong on anything, but that there's so much we don't know, like you pointed out in here. The more you learn, the more you realize there is to know. So the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. And that's scintillating for somebody if you have a curiosity about life, if you like educating, if you like teaching. I'm actually including some of this in the book that I'm writing right now. But getting comfortable with questions. Like, you're going to have a lot of questions about things. And if you keep thinking you must have the answer for that, you're going to drive yourself and other people around you nuts, especially, as he said, the fool isn't the one with bunches of questions. The fool is the one who thinks they have all the answers. And so, and some people, even when, one thing I've realized too about life is even when I'm right about something, it's never of any cosmic significance. I used to place far greater weight on me being right or showing myself to be right, the importance of me being right and the other people, knowing what I know in a given situation because it would help them. Even if I was right, it still wasn't hugely important. Some things, yes, you want to get it right. What time is the wedding? You want to have things like that right. But so many things don't qualify for such things. So, all right, Ed, I'm going to rate that one. And the number that popped into my head on content alone and Don's voice was a 9.2. Instrumentation was simple. The guitar reminded me a little bit of Roger Waters at moments in Wish You Were Here, Pink Floyd, but just in moments, a couple of notes. But otherwise, simple instrumental song, Don Williams' voice, fantastic lyrics. So Montauk Ed, my friend, tip of the hat to you. And there you go. Have a great day, folks. See you on another video and keep rocking the country.